I missed it. I did not enter it. So chef, as I said the last time, GBP chef is a pair that is actually a counter trend, but is a valid one. Reason being, on the weekly time frame, which is our largest time frame which we use, you can see that historically this is the lowest point market have been to. Each time we come here, reject, come here, reject, come here, reject, come here, reject. So as you can see, market have actually not broken this point before. It's the lowest point it could be. So Alex G actually caught this reversal. So he got a bullish run here. So since we are all students of Alex G, we trade a set and forget strategy in which he used, and there's no reason why we're meant to sell this market because it's in the lowest, like you're at rock bottom. There's nothing that's making it to go down again. So all we have to do was wait for market to actually start pushing up, which as it started pushing up, that's when I actually got interested. So on the daily time frame, as you can see, I identify my key levels of support and resistance, which is this resistance zone here. You can see we have 1 tab, 2 tab, 3, 4 tabs here, which indicate a strong level of what? Of resistance, and it's on the higher time frame, the daily time frame. So the market broke it. We're waiting for the retest to continue by it, but we did not get it here, so we waited for the next one, which after this 1, 2, 3 taps, it was identified as our next resistance point, which became support shortly. So as market broke it too, we waited for the retest, but this happens like 2 weeks ago. So this is actually last week move now here, this bearish candlestick here. So what we're waiting for simply was market to actually have the push back to this side, you can see, to go to the upside, or the break and retest above this next resistance point, which is strong, to continue to the upside. So market actually pulled back, but it pulled too deep because it broke below where we were expecting it to stop, and so we did not actually enter it. We avoided another loss here. So we actually avoided 3 losses, and we currently have 2 wins currently if we have taken it. So let's go to the next pair, EUDSD, which was my second favorite pair. I'll show you why. So this Alex G set and forget strategy requires 2 time frame in sync, which from what you have, if you have noticed, we actually have 2 time frame in sync on almost all the pairs I showed you. So this market is really bearish, but it doesn't look clean on the weekly, but on the daily it looks cleaner. So on the daily time frame, as you can see here, it looks cleaner now. So market have actually been given high lows, bullish run, and then it finally broke below it. So now whenever we have a shift of structure, when the market is really moving in a direction, higher lows, higher lows, and it give a lower low, it's bound to give you a lower high before you continue with the lower lows. Same thing for a bullish or a bearish example. So let's get down to it. So I actually caught this move here, actually caught the sales, the break of the bullish run last 2 weeks, and then so last week we were expecting market to have the pullback to the area of interest, as you can see. So as market had that pullback, what it gave us on the pullback, it gave us a head and shoulder pattern, which I will draw out for you to see. So we have a left head and a right shoulder here, as you can see it. So a head and shoulder pattern on the daily time frame is valid, very valid, because in the higher time frame all were in the area of interest. So we go down to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour time frame, you can see the head and shoulder pattern cleaner now. You can see it's left head, right shoulder, and on that right shoulder you can see a double top here, but I'll go down to the lower time frame so I can see it cleaner. So we actually waited for this market to have all this move all the way up here. So last week I analyzed and I told you that what I'm waiting for market to actually have shift of structure, which, because you can see market is actually bullish now. So if market should close below here, this point here, it will confirm that market has shifted bearish, which is what happened here. Market created a double top up here, market created a double top here. After that, had a push down, but it closed below this low, which make the market now bearish, the new higher high and the new higher low. So now as market is bearish now, definitely if market should create a new lower low, as I said, give us a new lower high, which is what it did. Next, it gave us the bullish one, which is the new lower high. After this lower high now, what are we waiting for? We had a break retest. Now we're looking for our entry signal. So on this retest, we had a double top around here too. as you can see, there's a double top here. You can see market created a double top here. So after this first double top market created, it broke it, shifted bearish, and now created a double top on the retest. So now every reason to sell this market is ready. First, we have our higher time frame giving us a head and shoulder pattern. The highest time frame giving us a break, the daily giving us a break and retest into our area of interest. We have a head and shoulder pattern. Now we went down to the 4-hour time frame. What do we have again? Another head and shoulder pattern with two double tops. First one at the neck, at the head of the head and shoulder pattern, and second at the right hand of the head and shoulder pattern. So now what we're waiting for is just our bearish engulfing, which I could have easily entered it after here, but I actually wanted to have more confirmation, which is, as you can see, I actually waited for market to break it again and retested, which I actually did. So you can see on 4 hour we have this bearish engulfing. So what I was waiting for now after this engulfing now was, because the bearish engulfing now, what I was waiting for was market to give me just a little retracement, and then I could have entered it. So now that's why I went down to the 1 hour, which is my entry time frame. So on the 1 hour, you can see that after this double top, we have bearish momentum. You can see dojis and then engulfing, bearish momentum. So as market actually broke it, I was waiting for the retest here, which market actually did, but it did not trigger my alerts, because you can see where my alert is around psychological level 0.65,000, and market was so close to it. I think it did not reach it by 2 pips. So as market did not reach my trigger my alert, I actually missed the trade and all the way to TP. You can see the 1:4 easily serve. So we missed it. It sucks, but at least we know that yes, what we are doing is correct. The Alex set and forget strategy works perfectly. At least it gives us a higher win rate than any other strategy that I've actually used, and enough confluences were stated here and enough reason to enter the trade, but we actually missed it because it did not reach our entries. It did not trigger our alert by I think 2 or 3 pips, which is nothing. It happens. It sucks. It happens. It's market. Things happen. But I actually caught 1 trade for the week. So now we have what? We have 4 wins and 3 losses, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3 wins, 3 losses currently now. So now let's go to the actual 4th win, which I actually took. So which is what? NCD USD. Now this particular pair, I'm Zico FX, Alex G, we are all on this trade. Almost everyone that I know that actually told about this particular pair was involved in this trade. Now let's show you why. So now, as you can see on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, market was bullish, shifted bearish. On the shift of the bearish, we have the left head, right shoulder, the break, and the retest of the neckline. So let's go down to the daily. On the daily, what are we saying here? Market is actually bearish. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Let me try it out. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. So as you can see, market is actually bearish. Pretty much bearish here. So on the daily time frame, we identified that yes, market was bearish. So now what are we looking for now? As you can see, this level here is a well-respected level of support. Whenever markets came in, rejected, came, rejected, came, rejected. So we had 1, 2, 3, and some weak rejection from the level. So now after analyzing the pair, I was like, okay, on Monday we'll wait for a proper. At the week actually doji, and now the week is doji. So we're expecting for market to have a proper push into this area of interest again, so that on the 4 hour, now the time frame that you can see. So now on the 4 hour, I'll also show you another thing I was interested in. So we actually have a head and shoulder pattern here, but it's not too clean like that. So as you can see, this is the head and shoulder pattern here. This is it. Left head, right shoulder, break of this neckline, and now we're retesting it so that we'll continue to the downside. So now in the 4 hour, what do we have? What did I say? Head and shoulder pattern. So we have a left head, right shoulder on the 4 hour time frame. On that left head, right shoulder, what do we have? So now on the left head, right shoulder, which is the right shoulder, is retesting our area of our key area of interest, where we are interested in actually selling. So now at that area of interest, what do we have again? Left head and another right shoulder. So this is the left head, and on the head, let me show you. On the head, you can see the market actually created a morning star formation, which is an indication or a reversal pattern, candlestick pattern, that will tell you the market is actually changing direction. You can see market was bullish, it had this doji, and then next thing after the doji was an engulfing. So on Monday, which market opened with this bullish move, gave us this head, because on Monday the market created the head. So on the head, we have our doji and then our engulfing. So market actually broke the head, retested it, because the market broke, it had a retest. So now I was looking for my entry signal, which is here. So the market had a retest. I was looking for an engulfing candlestick. So let's go down to the reasons I entered this trade. So now I had multiple entries on this trade. So my first entry was here at the break of this neckline here, because you can see market was moving, it actually broke it. So as it broke it with this engulfing candlestick, after this engulfing, after this bullish pullback, which was retesting the neckline, actually entered it, and then we're actually on profit for a while. As you can see, not too much. So the market was consolidating, pretty much consolidating around here. So, but my initial entry was here. This was my initial entry where I wanted to enter up from, because here is closer to my area of interest and it gives me a better stop loss placement and a better pullback closer to area of around psychological level too. So everything is nice here. So market actually had a pushback here. So now market is rejecting from the EMA. As you can see, the EMA is holding its bearish, is below the EMA. So market is rejected from the EMA too, close to our area of interest, had a pullback of the head and shoulder pattern, also had a pullback of the break of the neckline, and then after this engulfing here, bearish engulfing candlestick, I entered, and as you can see, after a series of consolidation, market had the push down. So this trade took about a day and some hours, I think a day and 6 hours to actually hit TP. So I actually closed this trade at the 1:2, which was nice. That is the strategy I do. 1:2 is the minimum I actually use. I enter 1:2. I do not place TP because we never want to minimize our profits. So I was actually going somewhere in the evening, so I closed my trade because where I was going to just network. And then just for me to come in the morning, my friend actually showed me that the trade we actually entered had a big run. So I came to the market and looked, wow, like this move that happened here shocked everyone because no one actually knew what happened. Alex G on his Instagram handle, if you watched it, he was actually shocked. He was like, damn, it gave him. So we actually all stopped at this because this was the next. If market was going to have any reaction, you can see the last time market came in, it had the reaction. So this was the next key level. That if market came in to have a reaction, which actually had the reaction. So we're expecting market to, if it continues to go bullish or if it continues to go bearish, to have the break with us to continue. But whatever made market do this gave a easy 1:7 risk to reward ratio without doing anything, which actually nice. So actually made the week nice for us. So I think with this I come down to the end of my weekly breakdown, or my let's say my weekly recap. So for more content like this, please do it to click the like and subscribe button, and I'll keep up on this YouTube.